the aim to build a world where technology makes healthcare smarter, faster, and accessible to everyone, and to spark meaningful dialogue and drive actionable solutions for a smarter healthcare ecosystem. Optum, in association with CNBC-TV18, launched the HealthX Conversations.
Healthcare is accelerating at a pace that we have never experienced before. In the future, it will be defined by the interplay between people and systems, applications, and tools. If you have the passion for solving the most complex problems while creating meaningful impact, contributing to the communities around you, there cannot be a better place than healthcare. Proud to partner with CNBC-TV18 to bring forth HealthX Conversations. We hope these interactions will bring forth experiences and insights of India's leading health innovators.
The initiative connected with some of India's top educational institutions, inspiring fresh ideas and tackling real-world challenges. It brought together visionaries, industry leaders, and change-makers who are reshaping healthcare. More than just a discussion, it was a clarion call, urging young minds to step up and lead the future of healthcare. Each session followed a dynamic three-phase format. It began with an inspiring keynote by a guest speaker, followed by a thought-provoking fireside chat with the host, and ended with an engaging interactive session with students. The inaugural session at IIT Delhi featured Prashant Tandon, CEO of Tata 1mg, a pioneer in leveraging technology for accessible healthcare. He shared invaluable insights, inspiring the next generation of professionals.
Thank you. It's a pleasure and honor, and I'm absolutely delighted to be back on my own campus. As I was an alumnus, graduated in 2002, and have very, very fond memories of IIT, and anything associated with IIT is very close to heart. So thank you for inviting me to my campus and giving me the opportunity to talk about something that I think is this is an excellent initiative, just talking about this industry which is on a cusp of massive change and historically has been not on the radar of technology and management professionals. It's been one of those sectors that has grown or evolved in a very different kind of a dimension from the rest of the organized systems out there. 2009, me and Samir, who's also IIT Delhi, we were both in the Bay Area just brainstorming, and we thought, okay, one area that definitely makes a lot of sense and has to transform over the next few decades is going to be healthcare. Having seen it in the US, and certainly technology is going to play a major role in that. This Indian healthcare system will get created in a way or organized in a way that will be different from the West. And not having legacy systems and technology is probably going to be the driver.
Wherein people have a lot of less knowledge about insurance penetration or disease prevention. So what can be done, and what can tech-driven healthcare organizations like Tata 1mg and Optum implement to solve these problems?
Sure. So see, awareness certainly in healthcare has been historically low. And as I said, one of the big reasons why is it lower than a lot of other sectors is because not too many people are creating content with the consumer at the center. The system was designed with that if you have a problem, you come to the doors of healthcare. And especially when you go further far-flung, there will be a broker or an agent who will then decide which healthcare door you need to go into. And this entire awareness of what are your options, what can you look at, has never been explained to the consumers. Nobody invests much information and awareness in healthcare historically.
So it was a very insightful session, changed my perspective a lot about the healthcare industry.
The session was really interesting and very insightful for me. I'm someone who is not from the healthcare industry, and this has given me a different insights altogether to the session.
At IIM Lucknow, students had the opportunity to engage with Kanika Agrawal, co-founder of MindPeers, a trailblazer in mental health care. She is revolutionizing accessibility through technology.
We're first company was bootstrapped. I loved the independence that I had to grow the company, the first one. The second one, I wanted to get the taste of how to raise investor money. So it became investor funded. We have done 3 rounds until now. And the second round, we were part of Shark Tank last year. And I think this was the very first time that mental health was spoken about on a mainstream TV in our country. Our team was prepared because Shark Tank distribution and all of those things. But when our episode aired, in literally 5 to 6 minutes, we had some 3.8 crore people who logged in, out of which about 90 lakh people ended up putting their problems, trying to book, trying to send us messages to say that, you know what, I also go through it.
Technology obviously can play a part, but how much do you think the split would be between technology and the implementation? Let's say ground level workers, ASHA workers, volunteers would actually help in implementing those technologies. So what do you think can be the scalability for startups in terms of technology and the implementation?
Yeah,
Great question.
Yeah, so I think two-pronged thing over here. First, I want to tell you that the problem in our country today is that we do not have enough psychologists, professionals to be able to cater to the entire population. So at ground levels, we are adopting the model which WHO came up with, which is called community gatekeepers. So which basically means going down and, let's say, recognizing a couple of people, making them aware that what are the symptoms of mental health issues, how do they look like, and what should you do when you see that someone is going through it? What should you say to them? How should you react? You were also talking about the caregiving element. So now there are a lot of these trainings that are becoming very popular, where we know that a psychiatrist or a clinical psychologist cannot be available for the entire population.
Definitely, I'd say that it offers the opportunity to create some social impact. So I would say that yes, after today's session, I am inspired to pursue a career in the healthcare.
Ambitions are important, so is the health. So I would like to balance both ambitions and as well as health. So that's the one major thing I would do. I guess to answer your question, I would love to get into this sector.
I feel that overall the baseline awareness was there, but when listening to a personal story and seeing that she's doing such an incredible work certainly made that whole thing much more profound for me.
At NSUT Delhi, students interacted with Tushar Vashisht, co-founder and CEO of Healthify Me. His mission is to put a health coach in everyone's pocket.
Almost exactly 20 years ago, I think April 2025 was probably my last month at NSUT, which used to be known as NSIT back then. So it is really, really exciting to be back here. You know, I was a CS grad, my co-founder was a CS grad. Why don't we just quickly build it up into a website? And so we did that, and let people sort of count their calories on it. As people started to track, we suddenly saw thousands of daily active users, and so we decided to raise a short, like about 1 crore of angel funding, which was precious back then, mostly through friends, family, other people who knew us, who had seen us through our grit, and the Healthify journey kind of accidentally started. The website turned into an app, obviously, and we started to have some employees, a few users. I saw a lot of you raise your hands when you said you've used the app before. Well, this is how the app looked like, kind of amateur for its time. But hey, we started to track calories eaten, calories burned, weight, etc. small house. We lived and worked there together. At that time, our app grew in nature, 30,000 users, and focused on our product. Very proud to say that in 2014, we basically won the Best App Award by Google for India. We were the first health app on Play Store, and our app was being loved a lot. We had 4.5 stars, 4.6 stars.
Where do you see the young graduates who are coming out today in an industry which is health-oriented? Where do you see the market for them?
Well, as Vinod Khosla himself famously puts it, and I totally agree, there is going to be a near free doctor for everybody in the next 2 to 3 years. There'll be a near free tutor for everybody in the next couple of years also. And I do believe health and education is going to become a fundamental human right, delivered by AI as well as humans in the loop. Now, that is a hell of an opportunity if I ever saw one.
How do you think the consumer awareness and the market dynamics have been changing in today's world? Like the people have been getting more aware and health conscious. And how do you think that affects your app and the current market dynamics?
It's great, yeah. People give a damn, and that's awesome. People actually care about health. Looking good, being healthy is the new sexy. Right? Like so, and that is fantastic from a consumer experience standpoint. It wasn't the case 20 years ago. Right. Objects and materialism mattered more. What brand you're wearing, what car you're driving was sexy. Now I think looking good and feeling healthy is sexy.
Very inspiring and motivating. Like we got to understand from the ground level how entrepreneurship looks like and how healthcare has been on boom right now and how we need to like contribute into healthcare sector.
HealthX Conversations, launched by Optum in partnership with CNBC-TV18, aims to harness technology to transform healthcare. By reaching India's top educational institutions, the initiative fosters innovation and meaningful dialogue. IIT Kharagpur hosted HealthX Conversations with Rajat Jain, founder and CEO of Sunfox Technologies. His vision is to democratize cardiac care, making heart health affordable and accessible to all.
Heart attack are sudden. Heart attack, are unexpected. But the reality is there are a lot of symptoms which we really don't see, we ignore, right? And that's the critical solution which we, that's the critical problem we are actually solving for. So we at Sunfox, we are a R&D lab. We started in 2016. The idea was how we can build the solutions which are as accessible as a thermometer for you to do the ICU grade diagnosis, ICU grade screening just on your smartphone. Now, how the idea came of this product called Spandan. We all have a smartphone in our pocket, which is almost, if not more, couple of 1,000 times faster than the computers which we used to have, or almost 1,000,000 times faster than the chip which made the human landing possible on the moon. We all have that fast computer in our pocket, and I thought, why can't we use this device to do those detections? Why can't we use a smartphone to bridge a patient or somebody who is having a heart attack to the doctor so that we can potentially save the life?
India is a demography that is opening up in a way for health experiments, for health data collection, for opportunity do you see then now when these two industries are coming together?
So I can surely say that this decade belongs to healthcare. And I think, and healthcare is now, completely multidisciplinary. You cannot build any solution within the silo here.
Right.
It has to interact with other domains. It has to be multi-domain for sure. And the opportunities where you see coming from the devices, the variables, how do you interact with the data?
True.
How do you interpret the data? What you see the data with the current practices, and what the new technologies can actually unveil out of that data for you.
My question to you is, so people, as you switched your career in healthcare, so people who are looking for a career start, what do you think some cutting edge technologies that they should learn?
So I primarily work into the point of care,
Yes.
and the spot diagnosis technologies. So from your primarily you can start with the I mean, not for you. I mean, in general, I'm talking about. So the microelectronics has a great requirement into the biotechnology devices. Then bioinformatics, what you do, and the data analytics has a huge requirement. The big data which we have, how you can actually do the medically relevant information out of that, how we can actually bring out the medically valuable information out of that again stays something very gray area probably right now.
This session has enlightened me the vast opportunities that have been existing in the healthcare sector and what it takes to come into healthcare sector, and how does the success in healthcare sector look like.
The session at the prestigious campus of IISc Bangalore gave a chance for students to engage with Vishal Gondal, founder and CEO of Goki, who is blending preventative healthcare with gaming and metaverse for a better tomorrow. From tackling real-world challenges to exploring groundbreaking innovations, this session was a call to action for young minds to step up and shape the future of the healthcare sector.
It's a great time to be alive today because we are entering the era of AI. And the minute AI integrates with healthcare, three key things are going to be happening which are going to directly impact each one of us and the 8 billion people living in the world, which is healthcare is going to change from the current sick care or reactive model to a preventive and proactive model. Using AI and therapies, we are moving into an era of what we call prediction, personalization, and prevention. It is no longer going to be about waiting for a heart attack or a stroke or some kind of an ailment to happen. It's about looking at biomarkers and AI being able to predict that, hey, something is going to be wrong. And not just that, it is then going to personalize your pathway and be able to tell you what do you need to do to avoid that in the first place, thus leading to a preventative environment. Hello, everybody. I'm Vishal Gondal. I'm the founder of Goki, and unlike you amazing students, I'm a college dropout. I started coding games when I was 16. So my insights in the world of health and technology come from a person who played and made video games.
Since you're talking to a room full of students, some of which may be looking for a career in healthcare, just probably start by setting the context of, what sort of emerging opportunities should young minds like this be looking at, be paying attention to, if they're looking at a future in the healthcare space?
So I think because, like I said, you have to think of AI first. So I think the current lens at which you are going to look at opportunities need to become where AI is going to have a larger impact. So whether it is new drug discovery, I recently met a company, you know what they're doing? So pharma companies don't go to older drugs. They always want to make new drugs because that they can patent it and make more money. But there are so many old drugs which can be repurposed for new conditions, but nobody is doing any research on it. So they are using AI model to figure out of the 10,000 existing drugs, what combination and what could be used for a new disease. And they found out, for example, one drug which was used for AIDS, is very good for asthma.
as you mentioned that US and the developed countries are like very much proactive in these healthcare industries. But concerned to India specifically, I'm saying that many of us people believe that, okay, this chat GPT or maybe anything, this app is saying they may be incorrect. They, for the second opinion itself, they want to prefer to go to the doctor. So how these challenges tackled from?
So I think it's going to be a co-pilot model. So healthcare is going to move to a larger co-pilot model because while you will have the tools, the robotic arm will be operated by a surgeon and there is remote. So healthcare is a unique case because it's a matter of life and death. So there are going to be a lot of co-pilots and there's going to be a lot of regulatory, especially on the curative side where a mistake can cost somebody's life. On the preventive side, it is still safer because it is just a preventive measure.
I'm one of the person who wants to start my career as an AI engineer. I want to focus more on healthcare as a responsible citizen. Obviously, I want to contribute more.
From ideas sparked on campus to solutions with real-world impact, Healthcare Conversations is nurturing a new generation of healthcare leaders. By connecting young minds with industry changemakers, Optum and CNBC-TV18 are helping shape a future where healthcare is smarter, inclusive, and accessible for all.